Alright guys, welcome back to Nifty Network. Today we have a G35 Sedan, and I'm going to teach you how to remove your door handle. Alright, and before we get started, these are the tools needed. There's a 10mm socket, and there's also a T30 Torx, safety Torx. We got a little pick, an extension, a 12mm, a 10mm, couple clip removers, a pair of cutters, flathead, little side ratchet, and a 3/8 impact. You don't need the battery powered stuff, but I use battery powered stuff because I have it. You can use a normal ratchet and that'll totally be fine. Alright, so let's get this taken apart. We will start with the window switch. Just get in there, pop that back like that. Make sure not to be very aggressive with it. It will come up. There's a lot of little clips in here. And then we'll go with undoing. Let me flip this. We'll undo the plugs out of here. That. Alright, then once you get the window switch off, you're going to come up here, just pry back on the front side of it, because there's a little tab right there. So once the rear is popped up, you just slide this part back, and then you're going to have 3 10mm to take this off, and the door panel will be coming right off. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And when I'm doing the door panel, I like to pop this guy down because it's kind of hard to get to when the door panel's off. So just pop that out and then tuck the cord back in there. And then to get the door panel off, I go from the bottom. There's little pop clips in there. Just pull straight forward and the whole door panel will come off. And then once you have the bottom of the door panel off, you're going to want to lift up, give it a little wiggle. And then you'll see the door lock actuator right here, and then you'll see a few other plugs. So we'll start with the speaker plug right here. I don't know if you can see that, but the little brown one. So I undid the clip already. And then there's this one right here, which is for the seat memory. So we'll do that one. That kind of frees you up a little bit. And if you would have left the one down here where my fingers are, it makes it so you can't pull it off and work with it. So come up here and then just slide those forward, and then there's gonna be a notch right there that the door lock actuator actually sits in. So rotate the cable forward and then come up. Same thing with the top. Just gently slide up on the back. These things break easy, so don't be too rough with it. And same thing, just slide that forward. So once you have the door panel off, there's gonna be a few 10mm, and there's gonna be 1 plug. So I'll start with this plug like that. Pop that guy loose. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 10mm. And then there's always a little it's like epoxy almost behind this, so just kind of pop that loose there. And then there's a locating pin right here, so don't break that. All right, and then in order to get the window off, you are gonna have to re-plug in your window switch. So this one's probably unnecessary, but I mean, I just plug them all in if the plug is right there. We'll go like that. Put the car on accessory mode. And then we're gonna roll it down. So you're gonna see these 2 little spots right here. There's one here, and there's a spot under the speaker. So you're gonna roll it down, and then you're gonna see a little bolt show up on the window regulator and the track, basically. So undo this bolt, undo that bolt, and then I'll show you what to do next. Right here. Okay, so once you have your window unbolted, I'll roll it down and get the track off of it. So you can see, if you come over here, you can see how the track, is away from the window now. So I just go all the way down with it, and then I'll come up here and just kind of push lightly with your thumb, and this windowsill will come loose. Go straight up with that. And then to get the window out, you're going to want to hold the back corner right here, tilt it forward, and then it slides out the front side of the door. Alright, now that we got the window out of this, I'm going to remove the window switch again. Oops. And then we'll begin taking off the inner hard door panel. And on the back side of that will be your regulator. And then you'll be able to access your door handle and your door lock actuator. And then you can also get to the front side of the window motor. So we're going to grab a clip remover. And the way I do it is I'll start from like the front of the harness right here. So basically this is the end. And just get your clip remover under there. Pop that out like that. You can kind of just like rock it back and forth until it comes out. And then those ones are a pain. Make sure not to tug too hard on these wires because they are very thin wires, and the likelihood of you ripping the wire before the clip comes loose is pretty high. So just work your way up the harness, and then you're going to get to the window motor plug. I wish I could get all this stuff out of the way. So we'll unplug the window motor and then work our way up the harness. And then once you have the whole harness off like that, just kind of tuck it in the door. Obviously don't shut your door because the door will just shatter all that stuff. And then you'll have bigger problems. So to work your way around, there's only bolts on the outside of this black plate in here, and they're all 10 mils. So we'll start with that. And then you don't have to worry about this plate falling off on you because they have this, see this like silicone in here? And it's basically just like a sound detonating thing so that this doesn't rattle on the door. It is very, very sticky. It doesn't stay sticky, but I mean, you have to pry it off. There's 2 locating dowel pins also that are just little shiny silver looking circles. Start there and then work your way around. And then you'll feel it free up. And you're going to want to look inside. Make sure that there's nothing holding back right here, like going to catch. Then you're going to lift straight up. And then make sure your door lock actuator isn't in there. Next thing to do to get to the door handle, you're going to obviously see this all open in here. And there's going to be 2 plugs. Then there's going to be a T30 screw right there. And there's also another T30 under this guy right here. So pop that loose and you'll see a T30 in there. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this one out first. And then that allows the lock portion of the door handle to come out. And then once that's out, I'll show you what to do next. These plugs are very strong, obviously, because they never see the sun. Let me grab this. So once you have those 2 loose, we're going to grab our T30. We're going to grab a T30 and a pick. Sometimes when you're taking the T30 out, it kind of gets stuck in the housing of the door handle. So we'll go in there. You want to look inside right here to make sure that, yeah, so you're going to see a little tab right there on the end of the pick. Just make sure that the bolt is all the way forward. Like that. Did you see it come forward? So basically, once you have that T30 loose, and then you can see the door lock moving like freely, like that. You're going to come to the inside, and there's going to be a little clip. So there's a yellow clip like that. Just pull it towards yourself, and it'll free that up, and you'll be able to walk the door lock key cylinder, like the door lock cylinder, out of that. So we'll leave that right there for now. And then we're going to come back over here on this side. And there's another T30, a little bit easier to see this time. So take that off. And that normally falls in here. Oh, look. We found fake money. I wish that was real. And then, once you have your plugs done and you have this T30 out and you have the inside T30, basically you're just going to slide this to the rear portion of the door, like that. Lift that out. And then the plugs come out with that. And then to get the rest of the handle off, you want to take the little gaskets off like that. Don't lose those. And then in order to get the back part of the handle off, all it does is just pulls right off. So you're gonna see a cable kind of looped up right here, and there's a little tie right there that you're gonna undo. Come over to here, slide this tab forward, and then just like that, and I'll put this back together just so we don't lose nothing. So set that in. And I basically just do this so that I don't lose everything. And then like you saw just there, basically when you're taking it off, this is what you're doing. So it slides back, and then when you're sliding it back in, just make sure that that's out of your way and it'll slide right forward. And then put this guy back in here. Should just sit right in if it wants to be my friend today. And then just set that back like that. And I just kind of do like a little couple finger twists with that so that stays in there. And then that is how you remove a door handle on a G35 or G37.